Hello, dear Aries, and welcome to your love reading for the month of August of 2025. I hope you're all doing well. And this is Kathy from Divine Debut 11. This is a Patreon reading, which is released to the public after the 20th of the month. So patrons obviously get this reading first. Let's see what's going on for you, dear Aries. It is a very important time, obviously, since Saturn and Neptune are now at the early degrees of Aries. I don't know what's going on in your love life, but you know, Saturn can be something long term. It's something very serious that you're prone to in the next 2.5 to 3 years. So you should be getting a taste of or an idea of what it may be. Saturn can speak to a long-term connection, marriage getting serious, but it can also talk to possible separation, divorce. Just giving you a heads up on that. Do check your other placements. Of course, if you're single and you're looking to get serious, next 3 years should be important. But if your relationship is on the rocks, it's going to go through testing times, so brace yourself. Let's see what's going on for Aries, calling on my spirit guides. We're using the Witch's Tarot for the Karma Dharma, Amira's Love Oracle, Psychic Tarot of the Heart, Mystic Moon Oracles, the Lenormand by Veronica Trubini, the Twin Flame Messages by Mystic Moon at the end of the reading, and we'll get some clarity from the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. What is the Karma Dharma for Aries in the month of August? Remember, you can always look at this reading as a timeless, and I hope you don't mind the fan is, you can hear it in the background, but it is hot, so it's very hard to work under such hot days. Let's see what's going on for Aries. And you've got the Hanging Man, Pisces, which what this says to me is that something has not completed. You've still got something that's pending, dear Aries. You may be dealing with a Pisces. Of course, Aries, you may have your own, some planets in Pisces, since Pisces and Aries are next to each other. But, you know, Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is also in your sign. Neptune is dreamy, you know, confusing, possible deception. Saturn should help you get grounded or face a reality, or needing to take those rose-colored glasses off. You know, the Hangman is Pisces, it's the 12th house of the zodiac, so that's a very karmic, very divine house. It's got a lot to do with things going on behind closed doors, possible third-party situations. Okay, because Pisces is behind you. Especially if you're an Aries rising, Pisces is behind you, so there may be things going on behind your back that you may not be aware of. Now, because it does show Pisces, and Saturn 1st of September will return back to Pisces and give you a bit of a breather until and Neptune after that in October, they'll give you a breather until early next year. So maybe you are receiving some sort of understanding, or maybe you're needing to change your perspective, not be so unconditionally loving and trusting, possibly sometimes. Pisces, that's what it is. Pisces is delusional many times, or is very good at lying. Well, sometimes their imagination can be so vivid that they even believe their own illusions, which maybe not wanting to deceive you purposely, but who knows. Remember, this is a general reading and may not resonate for all of you. If you're interested in the personal, then you can get the details below the video. divinedebut11@gmail.com and divinedebut11.net, just in case. Let's see for Aries in the month of August. Thank you, Spirit. And it is mostly the Leo season, So Aries, Leo and Aries, you're both fire signs, so there is some help once that second part of August comes in, and the Virgo season begins. Then it's different. You're going to have to make some adjustments, but just giving you a heads up that Mercury is still retrograde, in Leo, again helping you in a good position for you, but retrogrades do bring back past situations. We've also got Mars in Libra that is opposing you, so some sort of opposition, some sort of challenge, heavy lessons, some challenging aspects, but there is also some stardust, some good opportunities as Jupiter and Venus are conjoining in the sign of Cancer, which again, you're a cardinal sign like Cancer is, but and you receive that blessing through a square. So you're going to have to get uncomfortable, but just don't go overboard with optimism, okay? Just don't be too trusting, too believing. Aries, in August, what's going on in the now? Refusing to see. It's like you're not wanting to see something and you're stuck in a bit of a rut, in a dilemma, needing to make adjustments, not wanting to see the truth, or not wanting to trust in your higher self and what your perception is telling you. This could be you or a person you're dealing with. What is the challenge? And you can see the third eye here, so he's very connected, maybe you're not paying attention to sign synchronicities, or you're just brushing them off and saying, nah, that's not real. Then challenge is change your focus, which is exactly what this is telling us. Five of Cups, not focusing on the past disappointments, but more so focusing on the future. Remember, the Five of Cups is two cups standing behind the person that's in remorse and looking to the past disappointments. I apologize if you can hear some tapping. That's not something I can help. So emotional disappointment I see here, and someone's refusing to see something the way it should be, the reality of a situation, but Spirit is going to make you or the person that is not the person that's refusing to see the reality of a situation, of this relationship. It is a necessity. And obviously, of course, with Chiron transiting through your sign, that's an open wound or a resolution that you're looking for relative to a possible new beginning, or even the ability to jumpstart and take leadership. As Aries, you are all about the head, leadership, leading a situation. You are usually very strong, your Mars ruled, but Mars now is coming from the people opposite you, so from your relationships, and there's like a war. Let's go to war, or let's be tactful about this. Let's talk about it. Let's communicate. Let's find the middle, let's find that point of agreement, even if we disagree on things. Yeah, trust that there is an opportunity here, a brand new cycle that's beginning, but some adjustments need to be made, and some facing reality in a particular situation. I don't know if you're dealing with an Aquarius. This is Uranus, and of course if you're an early born Aries, then this is very significant for you. Mars and Saturn and Neptune, they're in opposition, and they are giving you a bit of heartbreak, a bit of a challenge. You're needing to face the music, the law. There'll be blockages, there'll be postponements, it's not the right time, so on and so forth. So trust in this new journey, this new cycle that is opening up, and trust that Spirit also has your back, okay? There could be sudden turns of events, sudden chain reactions, sudden things happening very suddenly. And pay attention. Pay attention. Don't go against the grain. Don't go against Spirit. Trust in what you're seeing through your higher self, through your dreams, through signs and synchronicities. Where are you coming from in the past? Find balance. Two of Pentacles. Things being up in the air. Choices needing to be made. The number 2 has been quite significant in these readings for August. 2 speaks to balance, but it also speaks to, coming together, coupling up or separating. 2 is also harmony. Now, Mars will be doing a lot of work relative to the most important relationships in your life, the most important people, which is opposite you. So trust in the process, I'm going to say. There will be an opportunity to take that leap of faith. Trust that Spirit has your back. Don't stand in fear. Let's look at the recent past. Share the love. And this is a very common card. It's come through for quite a few signs. Share the love is 3 of Cups, and that can speak to reconciliation, as we do have Mercury retrograding, bringing back opportunities for revisiting, refixing, or just, an opportunity to go over something from the past and close that up and then move on, or just, find the middle ground, find the harmony, making peace with something from the past. Now, 3s, and we've got 2s and we've got 3s, there is a possibility of infidelity, yes, third parties, second choices, let's say. This could have been you going out, meeting up with friends, or finding something out, some information. It's like your friends are telling you something you're refusing to see, and you can flip the energies if this is about your person. See that this is like an offering. See the heart in the hand. So wanting to make peace, wanting to get together, and someone maybe not trusting, taking that leap of faith, refusing even to see the offer because someone's still mourning over the past. Indecision, I get a lot of indecision here. So I don't know if you're dealing with, could be a Gemini, could be an Aquarius. Looking at the double signs, the double symbols. Let's see what the possible outcome is. Feeling alone, 5 of Pentacles. Another sign had the same card in the same position, I think. I'm not 100% sure about that, but feeling alone, 5 of Pentacles. And we do have a full moon in Aquarius, which is in good aspect to Aries, on the 9th, which will work well for you. So something will be seen around the 9th of August, or even the coming days after it. The day after, we've got that conjunction of Jupiter and Venus. So it could be something positive. Just don't go overboard, because feeling alone, sometimes, in the traditional rider way, it shows 2 people that find solace between each other, and they're sort of detached from the world, maybe going through lots together, but there's some sort of a connection there, even though there's big differences between the two. Big social standing, their status is very different, their financial differences are huge, or age difference, or religious differences, differences in beliefs, so on and so forth. But remember, 5s always speak to changes. You've got a couple of 5s, you've got very early numbers, 2, 3, 5, 0235. It's like a new beginning, something that's trying to open up, something that has begun. But there's still denial, there's still a refusal to see the reality of a situation, and still possibly also indecision, looking back to the past still, and not being able to move forward. So we see also that the Fool card here is facing the past. So trust that something to do with the past is holding back the future movement. I can say that because there's still something pending here. What's at the bottom? And we've got challenging times, another 5. 5, 5, 5. That's 15. That's the devil. That's Saturn, which is in your sign. You're going to have to mature quickly, or you're dealing with someone that's mature. There's big age difference, big maturity difference, challenging times. 5 of Wands. Not being on the same page, speaking a different language, hoping to build on something, but also coming into conflict all the time, disagreements. And yes, this could be a family disagreement, a group disagreement. It's not a tragic situation, it's the Wands, it's not the Swords, which is a harder energy. But this, and this could also be internal conflict as well. Going back and forth, indecision. I don't know what to do. Remember, the next step would be the 6 of Wands, which could speak to success. Darkest fears, 9 of Swords. Someone not sleeping well at night. Insomnia. A lot of thoughts going around in their head again and again, relative to unknown matters, fears. We've got nurture, and we've got the Empress there. What did I say? We've got the blocked heart here, and then we've got the Empress here. So there is the devil, which I just mentioned. Right, so we've got Taurus, Libra, we've got Capricorn, Aquarius here. It's like you're wanting to nurture and love, but this heart is out of bounds or blocked off, or in an imprisoning situation because of heavy responsibilities, lots of fears, fearing the worst, karma, secret love affairs come under, the devil can be a cycle that you've been in again and again. It's like your psyche being activated, and all those fears are coming up to the surface, bubbling up. Something to do with the past, something to do, it could be with your childhood, could be some fears that you carry from your childhood or from a past situation that you've been, that you need to heal. Remember, Chiron is transiting your sign. So let's see. Let's take a Mirror's Love Oracle and see what's going on. What the heck is going on, Aries? This is you, Aries. This is your energy. This is you and your strength. Now, it says young female, could be young at heart. She could be born. She could have been a teenager in the 70s, or she could have been born in the 70s. I mean, she could be just someone who loves anything retro, anything from the 70s as well. But you could see her attitude. She's very, very Martian, very strong-willed. Very fiery, can lose her temper suddenly. That's the Aries signature. I've got a daughter that's Aries. I'm very familiar with Aries archetype. There's desire, there's fire, it's as though she's in preparation for movement. And she's got an attitude. Look at the way she's sitting, very masculine. We've got a mature man. So you see, we did talk about Saturn transiting your sign. I don't know if this is a father figure or if it's someone who could have been your father. So a big age difference, a relationship where there's a big age difference, I want to say. Unless, okay, it says young female because that's what she's sort of shows us, you know, but she could be someone who dyes her hair. You love the color red. Aries, your fire, your cardinal fire. Unless she's someone who likes to dye her hair. Now, she looks young, or maybe this just saying she's younger. She's got a very good DNA and she's got the age. There's not that much of an age difference, possibly, for some. But we see a mature man. I usually get earth and water with this mature man. Blue eyes, light colored eyes, nevertheless. Someone who's he's dressed very casual, likes the color blue. He could have silver hair or even fair hair, but he is mature nevertheless. Oh my God, Aries. Oh my God. Twin flames usually do hold a big difference, and they do usually have got big differences between their social standing, their age, their beliefs. Twin flame has come through. Who was it? I can't remember. It was in the reading that we did Wednesday, the 6th of August. The twin flame activation. That's the title mainly. This is a twin flame connection, no doubt here. Not easy at all. Usually twin flames don't caution you when they're going to enter your life. They usually do enter when it's not the right time, because they're very testing that the twins are ready to come into union, and usually they do involve third parties, someone being in another commitment. Let's see. Passion, a lot of passion, a lot of desire here. So this young female may be someone that's on the dark side. She dyes her hair reddish, tingy, or she's a natural blonde, ginger, red hair, and she's dyed her hair black. Could go either way, but there's deep passion here. Money. The money can speak to someone being in family, and that can speak to love affairs, yes. Or this mature man is someone that's financially in a good position. Someone that was very supported, very close to their family, possibly. The money can also speak to luck, feeling very lucky. Or someone that likes to go to the casino, and I don't usually get that with a money card. So, because Jupiter and Venus, they are the two benefics. They're coming together in Cancer. And Cancer can speak to the past, your bloodline, your heritage, your family, right? Emotional stability, so on and so forth. Family is the Cancer sign. So Jupiter, very strong there. Venus, happy there as well. This could be a very lucky time for you, dear Aries. Maybe have a go, try your luck. Buy a lottery ticket, and I'm not saying go and gamble a whole lot of money, go and spend all your money, but just try your luck. There's the love triangle. It's funny, I think I mentioned this card. Was it in the Pisces reading, or was it in the twin flame activation? I can't remember, but you do have Pisces here as well. So I don't know if you're dealing with a Pisces. This could be a Pisces, surely. So there's a love triangle, and there's a choice between a fair and a darker masculine, usually. What's at the bottom? And we've got a dark male. There's the dark male, and there's the more fairer male. So what I can tell you about them is that the dark male has got a bit of an attitude as well. They're darker usually. They could be dark skinned, right? Black hair, or just darker for their race. And the fairer one would be someone that's, from more up north, let's say. Northern people are usually fairer, fair skinned. So they're polar opposites, okay? You should be able to deem who is who in this reading, but we do see the twin flame with this older male. So I don't know if this is a past relationship, right? Or they could be more foreign, because we see the fairer female with a male. They would more than likely come from more of a typically the same area, whereas the dark would be a different race, I would say, more than likely. We've got freedom, and that's like the trust card. So we had a repeating message. One of the first signs we did, we started off with Leo, then Virgo, then Libra. If you're a patron, I suppose, and you want to check out those readings, do so. So let's take more cards and see what's going on. Let's take the Lenormand by Veronica Tribini. I hope that you're around. Monica, did I say Monica just now? This is Veronica, not I've got a few Monicas there. I don't know why I said the name Monica. I know that we've got a few Monicas on Patreon, so I don't know if there's a special message here for you, Monica. So this is Veronica Tribini, her deck, which was gifted to me. What's going on for Aries? Give us more clarity. Let us understand what's going on for Aries. Seems like it's a very important time. Wow, okay. Knight of Wands, Sagittarius, Traveler, Playboy, Foreigner, right? And it's number 11. 11 is justice, and the whip is conflict. It's like the Five of Wands. So conflict about needing to settle down, or the reality of a relationship, whether it was just a sexual connection or whether it was a true love connection, or whether this connection, if there's a physical distance, whether it can work in, you know, in daily life, in practical ways. They could be the dilemmas, or this is someone desiring to go through separation and divorce. It's a very karmic card. Yeah, there's a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety, something eating away at you. Seven of Wands, feeling as though it's an uphill battle. Third parties with a mice, surely. Injustices, feeling a sense of being unjustified. This could speak to financial loss as well, but also depression. Be careful with your health. And there's Chiron, which is the key. The key is it unlocks doors, it locks doors, it opens up and lets you go free, you know, find your freedom. Eight of Pentacles, I don't know if work has got something to do with it. Virgo, it's a Virgo energy for me. Chiron was the initial ruler of Virgo before Virgo was assigned Mercury, sharing Mercury, you know, with Gemini. But the key is a resolution. It's also a way to your freedom. It's also the ability to heal, because Chiron is the wounded healer. This could be a wound that you're carrying for years. Work is necessary to be done, and you know, Chiron could be even issues with the head, too much worry, too much anxiety, stress, sleepless nights, because of an imprisoning situation, a karmic situation that you're facing, and you're needing to grow up quickly, mature very quickly. But we've got an opening here, and we've got Nine of Cups with the Traveler, the Rider. The Rider is an ace, so it can involve travel, movement, but this is mercurial, and lots of messages, lots and lots of communication, quick movement, change, new beginnings, which give you an opportunity with a Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment. Okay, so lots of news coming in, lots of wisdom, things that were hidden, that were unknown, because they are birds. They're also owls, and owls usually, you know, come out during the night, and I'm thinking around that full moon, possibly lots of clarity coming in, lots of resolutions. Remember, it's a 12, just like the Hanging Man. And the Seven of Pentacles, waiting on a lot of information, waiting on things to be revealed. And we've got the tree. You've got 777. 777. Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. Did I say swords? No, Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups would be more the many opportunities. Also the lack of clarity clearing because of Mercury moving direct and getting to a resolution. Nevertheless, the tree speaks to a past connection, a deep, deep connection. Could be from a past lifetime as well. But the tree also speaks to health and family for me. And there's the book. It's open, all the information. You know, someone's doing their detective work. 10 of Pentacles, looking into someone's family situation, what's going on. A lot of clarity. I mean, 10 of Pentacles is a marriage card. It could be family, but it's also an ending of a cycle, which turns into an ace. Look at the focus on the information. The book is open. The rest are closed. You've had cycles before, and Pisces is where the information is, through with the help of Spirit, with the help of Saturn. And that may come to you also in September when, you know, Saturn goes back to Pisces. Saturn is the truth, the cold, harsh truth. And Neptune is the dream. It's the fantasy. We need to get grounded. We need the reality. There's the sun. So whatever you find out will bring confidence, happiness, clarity, and healing. Let's see. Let's take more cards and see what's going on. Let's take the Mystic Moon Oracle before we take another layer of tarot. What's going on in the psyche? What's going on in the emotions? The dark male here, I get very strong, I don't know, I get Aquarius, I get, I also get the fixed signs, so Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus. Because there's a bit of an ego, you get what I mean, and it's the fixed signs that can be quite stubborn many times. Doesn't have to be those signs though. Let's see. Deception. That's like the Seven of Swords, and I mentioned the Seven of Swords before. There has been deception and trickery. We've got received. It's like fate, destiny, and karma has been received. It's like someone saying, okay, that's enough, or destiny's playing out. Cycles. These are Saturnian cycles for me, but in this Saturnian cycle, and you know, cycles could be again and again. It doesn't have to be, you know, every 29 or 59 years, let's say. Saturn is the Lord of karma and cycles. You may have been through quite a few cycles, but in this cycle there's some sort of a surprise, as she's holding a rose behind her back, and the rose is Venus. Venus is connecting with Jupiter in Cancer, which is truth. Yeah, so let's see. Understanding. Someone is now possibly open to receiving the higher knowledge, the understanding from Spirit, so that refusing to see may be changing with the hand of Spirit, or you know, that's what's meant to happen here. Remember, we're not reading reversals here, so maybe it's time now that you see something is seen, something is known, something is discovered. We do see a divine masculine that has got grave fears. Maybe that's why they're being deceptive. I get fears of facing the music, fears of the unknown, of a serious connection, of the reality of a relationship, that it's a divine union, that it's a twin flame, someone refusing to see. Let's see. And we've got return. Look at all the black and white here. To me, all the black and white. Something's going to be very black and white. Something's going to be yes or no. There's no in between here. So it's, you know, the black and white movies, they were so much clearer than the color, right? And it's, again, it's polaristic, right? It's either yes or no, or black or white. There's no shades of gray. Someone is returning, but they fear returning. They fear possibly also, because what I get here is someone facing their karma, their destiny. And I don't feel it's you, Aries. I think it's something that's been done to you. Like, it's time to face the music. That's what I'm getting. And there's the conclusion. My God, there's the key again. So you see, very on point, as I mentioned, Chiron, and Chiron in your sign is retrograde. So retrograde, going retro, going back to the past. Maybe also themes and wounds relative to the inner child, to your past, which your past or your person's past, someone's seen things from a higher perspective. They're going through a release and a purging also, because you had the devil, someone also prone to using addictive medicines, drugs, or anything like that, needing to go through a cleansing, through a healing, right? Physical and physical and psychological, I want to say. The physical body and their psychological state, I'm getting here, because of the mice. Okay, so we need to be more forgiving and more understanding. I think at this time, times haven't been easy, and not everyone has got the same strength, the same will towards life, the same patience. Now, Aries, patience is not your forte, but of course, just because you're an Aries doesn't mean that you don't have planets in other placements, right? In Pisces, where you love unconditionally, let's say, you could have your moon in Pisces, or your Venus, where you give everything for love. But yes, you can also be triggered sometimes when that Aries sun is activated in a harsh way. Let's see why someone is refusing to see. And we've got the 5 of Cups there. So focusing on past disappointments. We've got the Magician, and the Magician, of course, Mercury is retrograde in Leo, so matters to do with the heart, matters to do with the inner child, flirtation, fun, even infidelity, right? Because Leo, of course, is flirtation, and Leo people are very flirtatious. There is a chance that they could be in the long term and, be flirting with others. Now, of course, not all Leos are the same, not all Aries are the same, but there will be a message that comes in as the stars align, I would say, that gives you the understanding of what the truth is. Because here we've got Gemini and we've got Virgo, so it's mercurial, and you've got the opportunity for a new beginning, or to see what the trickster was on about. What was the trick? What was the trickery? Was it within you, or was it coming from elsewhere? Let's take one more card. And we've got the Queen of Swords, Aries, which would be Libra. So some sort of a decision, some sort of a ruling, not being able to, or having a hard time severing any sense of loss concerning the past. Some of you could possibly also be going through a separation, divorce. I mean, she's someone who's in separation, or she's a divorcee. She's a single mum, let's say, but she's in the challenge position. So what she is needing is the clarity to be able to sever ties, cut that cord from the past. Cut it, or look into the truth and the reality of a situation. There will be an opportunity with a returning of a person, or a returning of a situation. What's the fine balance in the foundation? Judgment. A moment of crisis, resurrection. Pluto, Plutonian energy, Scorpio. Scorpio can speak to intimacy, sexual, emotional. So heavy judgments if there has been infidelity. Because, fine balance, someone hedging their bets, being between two worlds. But also someone's life being resurrected through divine source help and second chances, but lots of crises in the past. And Three of Pentacles could be a work situation. And again, third parties. What is the share, the love? Ten of Wands, Two of Swords, dilemmas, lots of dilemmas. If someone is returning, to go back or not. Go back to the past, stay with the old, or go towards new. That's the dilemma here. So I get here an old love is returning. I don't know if you can forgive, forget, and release. And possibly a new love, because you've got two options here is what I see. Someone's deciding to stand alone, to be the individual, to go through separation, possibly with that Nine of Pentacles. Because, okay, Aries is I, me, my. I need to be happy within myself, and I can do this by myself, right? Nine of Pentacles is always, as I say, it's like the Garden of Eden, having tasted the poisonous fruit. Someone has rather done that. I don't know if it's you, Aries, or if it's the person you're connecting with. But Nine of Pentacles is a very benevolent card as well. It's someone who knows their worth. It's very similar to the Empress energy. So I think the choice and what you're choosing is you at the end of the day. Let's look at the trust. There's the deception, the Seven of Swords, which we've seen here as well. One more. And we've got a King of Wands here. So King of Wands, this could also be a Scorpio. Let's not rule that out. So I'm getting more, because of course this could be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, but strong air as well. And I did say more fire and air here, even though I did say water. So this could be a Scorpio, but mainly I'm drawn here because he's sitting on the freedom. It's like someone that you're going to free yourself from. And yeah, you're in a union with this person. You did cycles with this person. I don't know, maybe this was a karmic and twin flame is entering your life. I don't know. Let's see. Because this could also be your energy. You are very masculine, Aries. You're a fire sign. So maybe you're going to love yourself first and you're going to take action. You're going to take care of business. You're going to close up a particular door. And instead of putting a band-aid on that wound, you're going to heal it, or you'll be on your way to healing it. Remember what I said. In the challenge is the Five of Cups. You need to not focus on the past anymore. You need to let that go and look towards the future where you've got two cups. Queen of Pentacles, very similar to the Nine of Pentacles. Strength. And Ten of Pentacles, and we see the money, the Ten of Pentacles on this mature male. I feel this would be someone that would honor you, put you on a pedestal. Again, the Queen of Pentacles, she's the go-to person, but she's also very stable. She's also very, how can I say, respected. She's the minor arcana of the Empress. So this mature male would be an emperor style of a person. So Some of you are mothers as well, and you're also, if you've been feeling alone in a relationship where someone was very flirtatious, deceptive, you are leaving them. And maybe maybe you wanted to do the ethical thing, and you've tried to work things out, having a blocked heart. But I feel that you need to overcome your fears as well. And even if it's conflicting, you're going to take that leap of faith. There's a new journey, of course it is. I mean, looking up at the stars, there's a new journey for you. But maybe you've got a little bit of business still to take care of and release, because you've got the Hanging Man as your Karma Dharma. Let's take one on that. If that is the case, I see you next spring around your birthday. You're ready for that new cycle. Yep, justice. Maybe there's a pending legal situation, divorce, settlement, possibly. And you're hopefully you'll be not holding yourself in this prison anymore. Yeah, you're studying and you're preparing for the future with the Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Because that's the, that's the rounding up of the family situation. This turns into the Pentacle. So you're starting to build something, a new life, a new lease on life, and possibly with a twin flame where there is a lot of passion, a lot of desire. But you have been in between two worlds, Aries. So wow, that's going to be quite the time for you. See, there's another Two of Wands. Two of Wands choices, possible dealing with a foreigner, someone that comes from far. Let's see what the messages coming from the person are. And I hope it's not your messages and your thoughts, your emotions, but more so the person you're hoping to find out what's going on with them about. I'm not the same person that you remember. I feel damaged, like I just can't do this. Your words linger in my mind. Please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. I get very strong Libra here as well, so keep that in mind. And remember, Mars is in Libra, and Mars for a feminine, for a woman, could be a divine masculine. I still love you. Our connection still affects me. I got spooked. My mind and heart always comes back to you, Aries. And I'm finally feeling the consequences of my actions. See, these are the consequences, the received. Okay, so that's talking to your person, surely. All right, Aries, I hope that gave you a little bit of understanding of what could possibly be playing out in the month of August for you. Your intensity frightens and allures me all at the same time. That would be the devil energy. Yes, you are attracting. You are very magnetic at this time, dear Aries. What can I say? I'm wishing you luck. I'm wishing you well. And anything you need, just reach out. Remember, as I said, for a personal reading, if you're interested, don't hesitate. And yeah, I'm wishing you well. Love and light. I think that's all I have to say to you. Much love to all of you, and thank you for your patience for this reading.